operation.
How's that?
I think that
God damn it, when we think we're finally caught up on everything, we don't have problems.
there's a problem.
Yeah, and it's because I wasn't thinking about the animals. Damn it, I should have been.
Where'd my drink go?
Watch out, Peter,
there it
I'm
is.
coming after you for that.
What, people eating his
Maybe I'll cut the video.
No, not thinking about it.
I have it starting from this point. I can actually cut it in between, like basically from the intro to the exit.
Yeah.
You know, from whatever point that we finally have sound. Otherwise, the first part's only for those that can read lips. Really hard to do from my point of view.
Right.
You have to watch the crease in the back of my head. Okay. So you have the information of the safe was empty, bodies laying on the floor, multiple stabs. Exact number, he's not sure. He just said that as a sarcastic statement. The knife is not there. And no fingerprints on the safe. No usable ones. They're not really good at that yet, though. And, you guys probably need to talk to Rick for more information, but it would be contracts, money, which is the, payroll, some bonds, and, well, whatever the two were keeping in here more at that time. Usually also a book of records that are like what they're spending money on,
Right.
what they're investing,
Yeah.
that stuff.
Yeah.
Accounting records. They're all gone.
Could be an inside job. Somebody did something that they didn't want the others to find out.
And I'll give you an additional thing,
Or,
because you're talking with,
oh, that I had master detective.
well, yeah, but it also had to do with something. Tim Henson had asked Janet to marry her, or for them to be married. She saved his life at that robbery. He was the manager that was there. He had asked to marry her, and now he's dead.
Might be a jilted soccer.
Would not be surprised with that one.
I'll give you also. You'll need more information for it, but to face it, unless you just want to accept the opinion from the police opinion. Henson walked in and surprised a burglar. They start to look for a thief and a murderer. That's what they're doing right now. That's all they've decided. And they start to like file out.
Okay.
Because someone finally came and got the body.
Okay. Yeah, before somebody moves the body, I'm just going to go ahead and take, as the police get out of the way, I'm just going to take a couple of pictures and of the room.
You could have done that easily from the door. So just roll. Yeah, what do you have for photography? Or any kind of related skill. If not, we'll just use intelligence. That one rate higher.
Awareness.
Or yeah, your awareness if you want.
Or my intelligence is higher.
Your intelligence, you'll just need an 11. If you had a skill, it would be an 8. So you can develop that later on if you want. If you carry it around long enough, I'll probably let you spend a point here or something like that. Or you can spend as many points as you want it to be at, plus 1 point for the skill itself. And you can have it at that rank. So if you want to have a 3 at photography, you'd spend 4 experience points. Just because it's just a part of your character.
Right. I'll go ahead. You said 11, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I'll just go ahead and look at 11. So.
Could you get
11.
11? You got it? Okay. You see that
How much blood is it?
oh no, it's a lot of blood.
Okay.
Definitely.
But then again, that could just happen from like being shot and follow liquid.
But I'll give you the bonus of knowing that the problem you have with this theory is there's a lot of blood. Like, not... If someone's just robbing a place and gets jumped, they're just going to kill you and leave.
Right.
This guy is repeatedly stabbed beyond dead.
Right.
Like I said, this sounds like a possible stalker for that secretary, and decided to, have himself money, make it look like a robbery instead of a hit. Boy, it really pissed off someone.
Right.
Well, with what they do, they could have.
Yeah.
In Brazil on their land that they sold to the U.S. for $10 worth of arts and crafts.
Well, come on, it's a valid argument.
Yep, we got audio.
Okay. There, it's gone. You can't even find it. I pulled it up on top.
And then he jumps up on top and does it.
That's what the cat's gonna do later.
Something tells me I believe that one. Cats are jerks too.
Okay.
Those kick in quick.
So,
Thank you.
Okay.
I got paid today. Why not?
so
I'm
I'm going to go ahead. What kind of safe is it?
The safe?
Yeah. Oh.
It's a pretty good quality looking one for its size. It's only like 4x4.
Okay.
It's not a wall safe or, a vault.
Right.
And it's about that deep only.
Okay.
So it just has a bunch of stuff that are set up in it. But it actually looks like it's also more than just a wall safe because the back and wall is also up. So nothing cut into the back. Whoever opened it just opened it. Or could have done something but left no proof of it behind. Or he already had it open when whoever broke in.
Right. Yeah, because it's one of the. Is it a combination or key?
Combination. And there was a slit in the top of the safe so you could drop stuff in,
Right.
but you'd organize where you wanted it at the end of the day.
Right.
And she did not have. She had
Not
access
have-
to the room the safe was in,
Right.
Nothing to know.
but not the actual combo. The combo is only those two.
Okay.
But then again, he could have been jumped while he had it open.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
which could have been the payment for the hit.
Oh.
How many people knew that he organized the money every night?
Oh, probably most of the upper managers of the company. It wasn't a secret. That's when he dealt with payroll and everything.
Well,
So-
then just extend the possible list.
So.
We would even have most to gain from it, from his death.
Well, no fingerprints on it, so we got no fingerprints. Possibility if he was jumped from behind, then there's a good couple possibilities. Somebody could have made this to look like a robbery because somebody was jealous, like you said, of the fact that, hey, asked her to marry him, and 9 chances out of 10, if it's somebody, if that's the case, 9 chances out of 10 it's the partner.
Maybe
My-
there could have been more
Got it.
managers.
Okay.
My
One other
suspicion's
question
on
about
the
this
management
room.
and the partner.
Okay, about this room?
Yes, about the room at the safe. Does it look like there's been a struggle, like a fight?
Blood all over the walls, or just pulled out?
Minimal of a fight. Not blood, maybe one table broken,
Or
more like if someone fell or something,
right.
but not a knockout, drag-out fight.
Okay.
It's also making me wonder about the multiple stab wounds, because the first one's free, but everyone after that, you're going to be spraying blood when you pull the knife out to stab.
Oh, no, that's...
So that could have
okay.
been manufactured.
Half those blood, yeah, is splattered on the ceiling. The other half is
Okay.
he was dead.
Okay, yeah.
He was being stabbed actually after he died.
Okay, that's what I was wondering.
Yeah,
about, because
a lot of his stabbings are after he went down on the first 2 blows, maybe.
so one of them might have hit his heart or his spine.
Yeah.
No, I was just saying because you said that there wasn't much blood splatter. Or...
Sorry, you're right. They don't mention it.
Part of the problem when you have someone who actually studies criminal
Oh
forensics.
yeah, and like, this module's from the 80s.
Watching Perry Mason.
So half the rules nowadays. This is more the speed of Perry Mason. Okay. You also know, like I said, the information you do know. The other thing is that the guy who's dead had a proposed marriage to Janet. Janet's the one that called you guys for help.
Mhm.
So, why don't you guys figure out if Janet had somebody else in her life that might, or who wanted her in her life? I'm gonna go talk to the other partner.
The Rick Polly?
Yep.
Polly? I'm not sure his name. Okay. You go upstairs, make a charisma roll. Or check. 8's the minimum.
Okay.
But things are kind of quiet around the office today. Of
Okay,
course.
I go with an 8.
Okay. So you just kind of like catch him as he's standing, kind of standing there in his room or the office.
Yes.
Kind of like in a daze, looking out the big window. Not even playing golf. Do you want to talk to him? The
Yeah.
secretary's kind of like, I told him that he's busy. You probably said you were want to ask some questions.
I'm private investigator that's been hired to look into the partner's death.
Okay.
Just,
So, she lets you go in, but she doesn't want to be involved in it.
right.
Anything that might shake him free. Okay. What do you say? What do you ask?
First, I apologize for disturbing you at this rather unfortunate time.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
But
Not the fight.
your secretary, what was her name again?
Janet
Janet?
Farmer.
Janet Farmer. Called my associates and hired us to look into your partner's death.
No. Probably a good idea. Doesn't seem to be a priority with police right now. Maybe they're too busy letting alcohol sneak into town.
Alright, we paid them so much, we might as well defer them on our taxes. Pretty much.
Well, that's pretty much a given.
What can I help you with?
Just a few questions.
He starts walking over towards the desk. He was like just standing in the center of the room looking outside.
Careful, you might be shot in the face in a moment.
What normally did you keep in the safe?
Some bonds, some contracts, some cash usually, especially at the end of the week, like yesterday.
Generally about how much cash?
What are you going for?
Your mother.
The Adventurers Club.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you guys helped us out with that bank robbery situation. I remember I was there, so, well, actually, Tim was there.
Yes.
Tim will say, he'll say Tim was there. He didn't mistake that he was there. Tim was there. And I happen to know that I and Tim had gathered together and had just put, well, I just gave him my half of $10,000 that needed to be kept in the safe
Okay.
for the payroll, as well as some unusual business expenses. And he kind of like pulls his keys out of the desk drawer,
Okay.
and he kind of like starts walking towards the door. So I think I'm going to close the shop today. I think I'm going to close everything until after the funeral. Anything else I can help you with?
Would you happen to have backup accounting books? So that I might be able to get an idea of who might have done this.
No. No, we have the records for that. I don't keep anything like that in my safe. And he points at a safe he sees identical to the one downstairs, but up here. Mm-hmm. That is locked up. Okay. Mine's more personal items. He didn't have a family, I do, so I tend to keep my personal items somewhat here so my family didn't get into my own stuff. But we're both in trouble. Yeah, I'm in trouble today too because half that payment was to the gangs, and now they know I don't have it because this is going to get out in the newspaper. So I'd like to be back home before they show up. I'll give you, and he hands you a business card with his address. But I think until we know what's going on, it's best to lay low.
Agreeable.
Tolinos are assholes. I don't know if you know anything about it.
A bit. I've heard that they've experienced some misfortunes lately.
Yeah, so that means they're even more desperate on what they're supposed to get. And I know I don't have what they were expecting from me. See, we have another branch in Chicago where they're from. So they're kind of leaning on us through them. We used to have to pay the O'Connors too, but currently I guess they're not minding so much on that. So we're just paying one family because we had to make the choice.
So it could have also been protection.
Could have been the O'Connor gang came to make us look bad. But then he locks the door. We are on the outside. He's not locking you in.
Right.
But he'll throw out that maybe they had something to do with it.
I think that's a possibility.
No.
Here, Tim Henson had put $10,000 for payroll and unusual expenses in safe. I should put that in safe. In safe.
That's a safe.
Yeah. So upset, he closed the office for a few days, basically after the weekend. Paid time off everyone after the funeral.
A little fun considering the fact that the payroll's gone.
Well, he's going to have to pay out of his own person, but he preferred to do that than have to deal with anyone today. Plus, he doesn't want to have to stay around. The banks will be operating still.
Right.
Because that would cause other problems.
Right.
It's just the office building itself. So the bank won't be able to make any promises on rent or loans either, though. But, that's probably good at this time. Most of the money is going to speakeasies. So you have the income to do so. So, you can, okay, you guys wanted to go talk to what's her name, Janet?
Yeah, I was going to let these guys do talk to Janet about potential boyfriend issues.
Right?
Well,
Yes,
who's going to ask?
I'll do it.
Okay. Can we go for Christmas?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Need 11 would be nice.
11.
Okay. Well, it was a lot of times she was either dating one or the other. She used to date Rick, but then he got married, and then asked me to continue hanging with him afterwards. But I said no. And then Tim apparently took the point that meant he could step in, so he's been hanging with me a lot and having me do his reception work, and then the situation happened in the bank, and ever since then he's been more receptive to my forwardness. I don't mind him at all. I would like to have married him. I never had intentions of marrying Rick.
Mhm.
He was just my boss at the time, and I didn't know how to explain to him, no, I didn't want to, without losing my job. I don't want to be a cigarette girl that has a speed easy. But ever since they got into this paying out the gangs, I've been keeping a weapon myself around. That's the one you guys saw me in the bank for. They're already sending us quite a lot of threats. So,
Anybody you can think of that would actually want to cause any kind of harm to him?
the only one I think is sometimes him and Tim would argue. Get pretty loud. I feel worried. That's why I'm mentioning that, I told him no. But he's kind of an egotistical man sometimes. But I also don't think he had anything to do with Rick, because it just doesn't seem... He didn't seem to have a problem with me, but Tim now. But I will say you need to keep an eye on him as far as he's dangerous at corners.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And that's about all you can get from her. Well, until the next morning. Then we'll start the next morning off with Rick asked her to get married. Oh, he's already talking to Forrest with his wife. Apparently they've been not living in the same place for a while. But I told him no, because like I said before, I never really, he's too much in control once he gets, around you. So,
I want to try to get it back into his, area.
His office?
Yeah, when he's not in there.
Okay. So how are you going to get in there? Building's closed. I know you have the skills for it. I just need to know which ones and what you need to do. Cool.
I was thinking...
Or anyone else. Anyone else going with him to break into Rick's office?
What the heck?
Okay. That way if there's anyone that just shows up to shoot, you can shoot him. Damn security guard! I make memory! And I'm helping you! Again, your family will get more than that after your death certificate.
No, it's sad. That's not minimum wage. You can buy a house.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, the economy wasn't so fucking fucked up.
Blame the older generation.
I remember $3.25 an hour. That's part of that back then. I don't remember much more.
I remember 59 cents for a box of mac and cheese.
Well, like I said,
Or $2.20 for gas.
I keep saying, cost of living cap would fix it for us. Oregon's done it, and they're starting to get back to what they used to be.
No,
Which is not saying much about them.
The biggest problem is the CEOs need to hand down their money, because they're getting 300 to 400 times what the average worker is
Trying
getting.
around 1,000.
Yeah, and in other countries, it's 30 to 50%.
There should be a cap of 100 times instead of 1,000 times.
Yeah,
Especially
I agree.
if they barely
that's
do
the
anything.
cost of living cap.
Well, yeah, there's no way they're worth more than 300 people. There's no way one CEO is worth more than a factory of workers.
It's like the argument of if a company wants to get rid of its biggest expense, replace the CEO with a robot.
Yeah. There's your information.
Anyway.
You want to look at stuff?
No, I was going to break into his house.
That's right. Break into his office. How are you going to get in?
Pick the lock.
Pick the lock from the bottom floor?
And then go into the
Okay,
office.
then go ahead.
Yep. That'd be under street boys.
Yes, don't forget to check for alarms first.
Well,
Question.
Or the section check for that.
you want to check for that?
Now, who here knows the O'Connors? Or was there that one speakeasy that...
Connor's all of you. Have at one time or another been there.
Okay, that one speakeasy?
Been there, done that, shot a few people.
The ones that were not, the ones of back when you got the extra barrels and you went and visited, and you were attacked, but not by them. They were helping. That you've all been there. And you've been in at least one battle with most of them. The other one, the ex-police, no, he's been arrested and closed down.
Yeah, no, the O'Connors were on decent terms with.
So you're fine with the O'Connors. You're not fine with the Tolinos.
Yeah. They're the ones we don't like.
Which means actually you could ask the O'Connors to verify the payment thing.
Yeah, so that's what I was going to do. Well, these guys were planning to break in or whatnot else. You know,
Okay.
like go to one of the speakeasies.
You said streetwise?
Yeah.
For picking the lock, I'm going to need 11.
Okay. 2. Nope, got an 8.
Okay, you can't get in. You want to try?
Unfortunately, I don't have streetwise.
You don't have lock picks or anything?
No. I'm an assassin, not a thief.
Yeah. You break the lock.
Well, lockpicking would come in handy if you want to break in and be able to kill your target, too.
But he doesn't have that skill.
Yeah.
Maybe later. Every skill would be useful someday.
Or I could take some metal shavings and make some lockpicks since I have crafts.
He's out there with a paperclip. I can make a lock. You need to.
16.
16, I was going to say 13, so you're fine. You finally jimmy it open. Both of you an awareness check. See if there's any guards around.
Awareness? Oh, goodness.
Yeah, awareness, which is more like what's all right around you, than perception's more detail.
3. You need a what?
Probably just an 8. To see if there's anyone around.
5. Alright. 7.
Okay, 7?
I don't see anything. I'm not aware of anything.
Okay, neither are you. But you're sure there's no one there. He doesn't know.
You're blind as a bat.
No, I just go under the guise that somebody's here.
Do you see anyone? No. Oh. Okay. So you got through the main door. Now you go on up to the floor.
Yep.
You want to take the stairs or the elevator?
Stairs.
Okay. Are you having problems?
You know, something caught in the back of my throat.
Let's see here. We're gonna go with a perception of 4 for a citizen, which is basically a thug. No, thug's someone else. Just an average guard. So we're gonna go with 14. So 13, which is actually you need over 13. So that's where the grades are. 11, 13.
For us?
Yeah.
On what?
On your, well, basically your stealth if you have it, speed if you're blatantly gonna run, or dex if you're just trying to be sneaky. But I said if you have a skill to use, you can use that in most cases.
I'm going off of stealth because I
What
found
would I
that.
need if it was stealth?
Stealth. Stat wise,
Yeah.
be dex.
Well, no, I mean going off stealth.
Oh, you have a stealth. What is it?
1.
1. So that becomes a 2, and you'll need an 8. Basic stealth for an 8. A skilled was 2.
9.
You're fine.
3, 4, 5.
Yes. Well, then it's working.
9.
Then it's working.
9.
9. Don't tell me.
I'll tell you no.
9, 9, 9. Okay. Everything's fine.
That just is on.
Going up the stairs. Any doors you hear coming from are from below you. There are guards around. They're just not near enough. They're going up only 1 floor at a time. You guys are going all the way up to 1 floor. So he missed you as that basically kind of like a luck roll. So I should have probably done a random, but I forgot. Keep a luck check. Okay. So you get to the room. Who's going to lock pick this one?
You want me to try?
If you lock pick it, there's less damage. If he has to jimmy it, there's basically some scratch.
What do I need?
Like that.
Well, then again, door security wouldn't be as good back then as it is now, so possibly a thin blade in case of a crack would be enough to jimmy it.
Yeah.
Not showing much damage.
So what am I needing?
You need an 11 if you're using an applicable skill like, well, you're using streetwise.
Yeah.
If you had lock picks, it'd only be an 8.
So 11.
So you get it? Oh, no, you got Joker. You didn't want any more cards anyways. Putting all my face cards together, right?
We're getting through this.
12, you're in there. Now, the big save. And, of course, the room, but you got the door open.
You want to stand by the door, or do you want to try to open the open this thing? I really don't trust this guy.
The safe?
Alex, you want to stand by the door, or try to open the safe?
I'll stand by the door.
Okay. So you go on up there.
Yep.
What are you going to do about the safe?
I'm going to see if I can do some cracking.
Oh, you have no applicable
Safe cracking.
skill,
No.
really.
Mechanics is about all I can think of for this thing.
I'm going to say 18, which is the high rank.
Or we could have hired the guy from Bad Santa.
For the crowbar. He just pulled the right numbers. Oh.
You do know the movie Bad Santa, right?
Which one?
One
First.
or two, they have the same actors.
There's also ones way back before.
Really?
Silent Night, Deadly Night is part of the same series.
No, there are movies literally called Bad Santa.
Yeah.
That's a comedy.
Yeah. It's basically they're doing a parody of the original movie. Same character, same story. Same reason he's that way. But yeah. So which one, but each one is a little different. Which one are you talking about? I mean, part of what's the situation? Like, does he get in it or not?
Oh, he gets into some of the best saves. It's just, he's way messed up.
You said 18?
I remember seeing an ad with him with a crowbar. 18, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Am I thinking of a different one?
I got it.
That's a different one. There's actually a hell of a lot of Santa-related horror movies and
You know the
crime
one-
movies and stuff, more than I would think.
I wait for them to make a Christmas theme of The Shining.
Why, they just came out with a new horror. They're coming out with a new horror movie
The
called
best one, though.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah, no, thanks killing.
Yeah, Thanksgiving.
I know.
I saw that. And I
wrote
was
a
like,
parody version of it for her module.
I
already,
saw
because it was basically you guys are actors who were in the movie before, which is based on the movie. With this person with a puppet talking.
Yeah.
Okay.
18.
Once you get 18,
I got it.
it pops
Yeah.
open. Finally, after you beat on it, pull a card randomly. 5?
Yeah.
It's been 5 hours.
Not that good at safe cracking.
Doesn't count because it's not one of my cards. It's yours. Joker, so nothing. And I'm going to say because it is a Joker, I didn't even look at that card yet. I'm going to count it as a fumble on my side, so that means no one came by your floor. They just forgot. They skipped the floor. They kept going. Or they saw the light on the floor and they're like, oh, boss must be in. Let's go around here. And they didn't go in there. Because I got the Joker. Okay, you open it. Inside is some papers, bonds, and an expense, like, it's H&P's accounting books.
Anything else?
In there? No, more of like personal memorabilia. Promises, IOUs, loan statements. Nothing more specific than that. It's more of just like trash along the top, but none of it's been answered. Everything else is importantly placed in specific locations.
I wonder if there's something in that trash on top.
So you can dig through that, or you can start looking
Yeah,
through the
I'll
book.
dig through that a little bit first.
Okay.
I'm keeping an eye on the entryway, so.
Yeah. Give me a perception above 11 to have seen any difference. See if
12.
12. You look through it, you see it's all just a mess. It's all trash. It's all duplicate paperwork that's somewhere else. None of it seems important. So now you're down to the book.
Yeah, look at the book.
You open it up.
Yep.
It's got 2 lists of numbers along the side. One, which is signed at the bottom by Polly. The other one initialed one at a time by TH. And the numbers are not matching. Matter of fact, it looks like the numbers are not correct.
Looks like somebody's been embezzling money.
Yeah, and someone else has been catching on. The TH is under the check file to like double check the books, and that's where it's coming. He's putting in the price of what something supposedly is, and it's not matching the price he was told. Stuff for a construction job here. An example they give is grade A concrete, 100 tons at $12 a ton. Subtotal $1,200. But as it's the actual note Henson puts down, or TH, which is Henson, Tom Henson, mixture 60% concrete, 40% sand, 100 tons at $5 a ton, subtotal $500. $700 is disappearing. He basically checked to see what was arriving at the job, and it was much lower quality stuff than it's supposed to be going. And he's been somewhere let's say in this case $700 is missing. What was $1,200 ended up only being $500. But someone's getting money. And according to the paperwork, it's Polly.
So who the hell is this one?
The other one, TH?
Polly.
Polly? Rick Polly. The guy whose room you're in.
Okay, making sure. All
Tim
I know-
Henson is the dead guy down a couple floors.
I'll look through a few other things. Maybe I can
Gone
find.
now,
Maybe I can
but-
find something else. Oh yeah, I'll make copies.
Copies of expenses from last H&P contract signed by Polly.
I'll take the copies.
And the bonds, which you never asked what the ones that were missing, so you don't know which ones they are. But he has bonds in there.
I'll make copies of those bonds, just in case.
Throw that one out there. So that's the one about him and Rick asking to marry her. And Kim and him used to fight. And then you have this one, which checking around you can find out the bonds are stolen. The stolen ones, the missing ones.
The ones in his safe.
Yeah. But now the rest of the stuff that's supposed to be there, like the money, the contract, more recent, that relates directly between the two.
It's dead.
So there's your information.
Yeah.
Okay. Should we go take a break?
We can.
Good ones
Do
with
you guys want to discuss any of this before we take this break, or?
Yeah, because I was actually just going to go visit the O'Connors at the speakeasy.
And find out? They can tell you.
Yeah.
It sounds correct.
Okay.
The amounts, he doesn't know exactly what they're doing, but if he was asking for the funds, he would. That sounds about the right amount, but he hasn't lately, because he's been able to make all those payments. You guys put me quite in the positive, so I was able to pay. I only took it to pay off what we owed to the very same bank, which was due to their own getting the best bids for their people. So, but as of now, since we're operating in the black, yeah, red's negative. So in the black, we're fine. We don't ask them for anything. We just deal with what we have, which is doing pretty good with the problem with the alcohol and people getting it. It seems everyone still wants it, no matter what the government tells them.
I have a feeling that this isn't going to, the prohibition isn't going to last.
Oh, and some information someone asked me about. I can't remember which one it was. The Hardy's Fine Meats, which is like on the bottom floor, is connected to that factory you guys found that had the iced frozen bodies in the back of. That's the only main. He is the subsidiary of that place. All the meat comes through, delivered there by the trains, then comes by truck to his building. So that's the only connection I can find that to that place you guys had asked about. A guy named Stan Colton works there. He's the guy, and it's basically Hardy's Fine Meats is the name of the company that he works for that ties back to the factory, the ice factory you guys found, where you guys found bodies and stuff. And on that, we'll go ahead and do a break.
Okay.
Although we've missed a bit by other people watching. Oh no! The picture froze! Ah. Okay. Let me see if I can fix it because it's on pause now. God, this show's not been worth having.
Well, if someone would upgrade their equipment.
I know. Someone would search. Well, actually, I've gotten a lot of viewers lately. Oh no, it's not going to do it. Oh no. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think he was gift and he hissed at me?
Except for cats.
I'm pretty sure the cat's big after her. Maybe. Or you haven't had enough caffeine yet.
Wonder why it's so nice.
Took longer to get to my audiology equipment than it actually did to actually do the test.